Brought to you by Totally Tan and Spa.
So here's something to realize. As Olive, your daughter, she's like 6 months, 8 months old now.
Yeah.
As she gets older, she's going to start telling your secrets to Jake. So it's going to be something like, yeah, Mom said she went on a walk. She didn't go on a walk at all. Mom said that she called the plumber. She never called the plumber. So, but when they're babies, you can get them to, they don't know. They don't know anything.
I mean, I know that I'm going to raise a rat because I was a rat growing up. So it's guaranteed that she's going to be one on me.
When you say rat, you mean somebody who narcs on somebody all the time.
Absolutely. I don't remember. I mean, I narked on my sister constantly, but that's kind of, you got to tell on your siblings.
Yeah, I told on my sister Vivian all the time. My mom would say, "Was she playing your dad's stereo?" And Vivian would make me promise not to say anything.
Yeah.
And I would be like, "Yeah, she was." And Vivian would get so mad at me. We got somebody on the phone who's got a problem with, her kid has kind of ratted out her husband, but she's not sure what to make of it because the baby is at that age where you're not sure if their imagination, they can't remember the details.
Right.
So, Hope, kind of pick it up where you left off when we had you on the phone a minute ago. What's going on with your daughter and your husband and Dan and cheating and War of the Roses? What's up?
Yeah, thanks, guys. So my daughter, she's 3 years old. I'm going to not say her name for privacy, but she's amazing. And the other day, she told me that she really likes her daddy's friend. And my husband's best friend is Bill, and they're always together. And I was like, oh, Bill? And she was like, no, the girlfriend. And I was just... obviously, like, what is she talking about? Huge red flags. And I get it. Like, kids at that age, you guys know, like, have these wonderful, crazy imaginations.
But at 3 years old, I mean, you can grill them for information, and sometimes they'll be like, I don't remember, I don't know. But when she said the words girlfriend back to back, you can imagine it's like, I like Dad's girlfriend.
You're like, well, excuse
me?
Is
there any possibility of what girl? Did you think about it? Did you ask, or did you think about, what girl it could be?
Oh, for sure. No, my brain went through, all the possibilities, and nobody came to mind. She's a guy's guy. Like, his friends are all dudes. I can't think of any woman that, is a platonic friend that she, my daughter would be around enough to be like, I like her, right? So that was that just kicked up a red flag. And then later, he took my daughter for a hike in the week. I think it was Saturday. And that was really nice for me, to get a break.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm obviously questioning what's going on. Yeah. And there are past experiences with my husband, indiscretions, really, that would make me not exactly trust him.
Okay, indiscretions with other women.
Pot. Okay, so he used to smoke pot, right? And at a certain point in our relationship, it wasn't, an ultimatum. It was kind of an ultimatum. I was like, can you please stop smoking? And he said, okay, and there was one weekend when he was out of town again with his boys. They were fishing and stuff and God knows what else. And he called me to say goodnight. And when he hung up, it's one of those things where he didn't actually hang up. And I couldn't help it, you guys. I stayed on the line. I listened. Yeah. And I immediately heard his friends in the background making jokes like, oh, she's going to kill you, man. Take a rip of that joint. Ha, 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 ha. And I was so mad. And I ended up staying on the line for 4 minutes. And it was really clear that he had smoked and was feeling mad.
Did you call him right back? Or did you wait till he get home?
He came home the next day, and I just confronted him, and he was fine. He admitted it. He apologized, and we moved on, right? So, but there was one other time I caught him messaging this girl on Facebook, and he swore they never met up, and again, we moved on. But I can't help but feel like he could be seeing somebody else from all of
it's funny
I shared with you guys.
None of those really seems like it's that bad. You know what I mean? It's like none of them is like, oh my God, that's horrible. So, but when you add up all the it's kind of like you don't trust him now, and you get all these little red flags that kind of add up to one big thing. So you now think that there might be somebody that he was actually seeing when he was out on a hike with your daughter that came along.
If that's true, that is next level messed up.
Didn't we have this? Go ahead.
It's exactly where my head goes, right? And made me backtrack to all the times that the two of them spend time together and do activities. And I'm just like, is there a woman at the zoo with them, or at the park?
Yeah, you don't want that, those like thoughts of like, oh, great, they're having wonderful father-daughter experiences to be tainted where you're questioning if he's actually just being a good dad or if he's being a bad husband,
Yeah.
Well, we can find out. We can call him and do the Roses trick where we call him and say, hey, it's your phone company or it's your bank or whatever, and we're going to give you a survey, and take this survey, and as a little reward, we're going to give you a dozen red romantic roses to send to anybody you want, anywhere in the country. And obviously, that's your husband, so the only real good choice would be you, unless it's his mom's birthday or something like that. So we're going to hope that he sends the roses to you. We'll call him up, and we'll do that in just a second. Can you hang on, Hope? Obviously you can.
Yeah.
Because leaving at this point would be very unproductive. It's like, no, Dave, can't stay. Got to go. What do you think? I mean, do you think that she's overreacting? Has your kid ever busted you? Has your kid ever busted your partner by saying, Daddy had a woman in the shower?
Oh, that's very telling. Yeah, that's next level.
He did what? I did not. Yes, you did. You had a woman in the shower. So give me any story about that. What do you think's going on? Do you think that she's, I don't know, should be legit concerned, or is she overreacting? We'll make the phone call next. You call us at 651-989-KDWB if you want to comment, or text us at KDWB1. We'll make the call on War of the Roses in a minute. Before we make the phone call on War of the Roses, I have a big announcement to make. Pineapple Pepsi is now available at Walmart. That is all. Pineapple Pepsi, now available at Walmart. Would you?
Well, of course I would try it.
Yeah.
Because I'm crazy.
You are crazy! Okay. We got some text messages. We get some phone calls before we make the actual phone call on War of the Roses on KWB. Let's see who we got on the phone right now. I don't have my call name computer page pulled up. So what is your name?
Betty.
Hi, Betty. What do you want to say about War of the Roses? What do you think's going on?
Well, I totally think that he probably is cheating, because out of the mouths of babes, amidst all the babble comes the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think he's going to do when we offer to send roses? Is he going to send him to the wrong name or send him to the right name?
That's a toss-up. Honestly, he probably is going to send them to the girlfriend or whoever he's seeing.
They always do, Betty. Am I right? How long have you been listening to War of the Roses? They don't?
No, we get it usually more often than not. They send it to the wrong person.
That's what I said.
But she said send it to the right person.
Yeah, okay. How long have you been listening to War of the Roses, Betty?
Oh, gosh. I've been listening to you, Dave, for over 25 years.
Aww,
thank you so much.
Thanks,
wow. So you've heard probably all of them. Betty, have a great day. Thank you. We got some text messages, too.
We do. It says, my dad used to cheat. Do you want to recap what we just did?
Sure, go ahead.
I was just going to say, so she basically, Hope called us because her daughter, who's 3 years old, out of nowhere was like, I like Daddy's friend. And she's like, oh, which friend? Bill, the guy he hangs out with all the time. And she says, no, his girlfriend. And she's like, excuse me? And she knows, kids are obviously have imaginations and they're creative, but that got her thinking. And there have been a couple of other indiscretions. She did catch him one time doing Facebook messaging with a girl. He said they never met. They moved on. When they were dating, she'd asked him to stop smoking pot because he did. He said he did. And then she overheard a phone call, he forgot to hang up. And she listened in on Boys Weekend and heard him basically and his friends making fun of the fact that he was smoking weed. They've moved on from both of those things. But now she's like, last weekend, he did take her hiking alone. Was there another woman there? And we're getting a lot of texts. This one says, my dad used to cheat on his wife and girlfriends all the time. He would take me to play with the current women's children.
Oh, boy.
I was a child, so I innocently told my stepmom because I didn't understand. They divorced later. That's a low-life, horrible thing to do. It takes a special kind of loser to do that to your children. I would not stand for it if I were her.
Here's one. I found out my husband at the time was cheating with my best friend from my two children who were 4 and 3. She found out from her kids who were 4 and 3.
Yeah, this one says, wow, is he my ex? Same thing happened to me.
I have a 3-year-old, and he talks about everything that he sees. I'd say she should be worried.
But this one says, I think she's overreacting. With a 3-year-old, his quote-unquote girlfriend could have been the cashier at the grocery store. They remember the weirdest stuff.
You know what? You're absolutely right. It's true. Another one said, I saw my mom cheating when I was little, and I told my father it was terrible. Let's make the phone call. Run a little bit late on War of the Roses. Here comes part 2.
The roses. We do have a dozen roses, and they're beautiful. We're going to send those out for you by the end of this week. It's our simple way of saying thank you for, taking some time out of your day to help us with a little feedback. So thank you, first of all.
Oh, no, thank you. This is great.
Yeah, and all I need from you, I'll have to grab the address, of course, in a second, but we need the first and last name of the person you want to send roses to, please.
Sure. Her name is Abby.
Okay.
And do you need an address?
Yeah, well, I'll grab that in just 1 second. Do you want to leave a note on the card?
Card. I guess, see you soon, Dan?
See you soon. That's super romantic. Now, see, it makes me wonder. Let me explain what's going on here. Dan, you're hearing another voice jump in that you haven't heard yet.
A deep, rich voice.
Mm-hmm. And we're not taking a survey, really. We're trying to trap you a little bit to see who you would send roses to. And it's Dave Ryan on the radio over at KDWB Radio. Not sure if you've heard of us or not. But we got a phone call from your wife, Hope, who was a little bit suspicious that you might be, I don't know,
doing something kind of
sketch with somebody else. And it turned out that you sent roses to Abby, but not your wife. Yeah. And your wife heard the whole thing because Hope called us and she wanted us to do this little trick on you to see who you would send roses to. And the weird thing is she is listening right now to this conversation.
Wait, Hope's on the line right now?
Hope, say hello to Dan.
Hi. Hi, I'm here.
Whoa. Babe, listen, off topic, I was talking to Jeff earlier, and he says we can go up to the lake this weekend on his boat. You want to do that?
Oh, my gosh, you always do this, but you're changing the subject. No, I'm not falling for that. Come on.
Oh, no, I've been planning this for a while, and it's definitely happening, so it's us.
You just sent roses to some random girl I've never heard of.
Yeah, no, it's a co-worker's friend. I'm doing him a favor. It's like anonymous so that it's a surprise, etc. Don't even worry about it. It's not from me. It's for my friend, from my friend. I'm just doing it for him. So what do you think? Should we pull the trigger on going on the boats this weekend or what? I mean, we've been talking about this since the summer kind of started. You in?
Yeah. No, that actually sounds fun. Yeah. No, I'm into that. Yeah.
Okay, great.
That was Dave Ryan's War of the Roses on 101.3 KBWD.
Oh, no. I don't understand at all. So basically, he quickly changed it to we have to let this guy know if we can go to, on their boat to the other cabin this weekend.
Genius.
Really?
Genius.
Well, I mean, I guess, yeah.
Manipulative genius.
I really thought she was going to stand her ground.
I used to get in arguments with Julie, and she was a genius at changing the subject or saying, I'm not talking about me right now. I'm talking about you. You want to talk about me? We'll talk about me another time. But let's talk about you. Are we talking about me or you right now? Tell me right now, are we talking about me or you? We're talking about you, aren't we? So let's talk about you. You want to talk about me? We'll do that another time. But right now it's you. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, God. You should be a lawyer because you are the best arguer. She's like, I'm a good arguer because I'm right.
She probably was.
She's like, I am right all the time.
I love that.
That's why. And I'm like, what if she is? So manipulative. She is so brilliant. Okay.